Episode 3 of Dr. Slums begin with the Jiwon's voiceover telling us how he was the model student not in his class's school but the regions and nations as well. Good at sports, popular among his classmates, virtually the best until our crazy lady Hanyul came into the picture. She would run to save time to do one more question, eat dry coffee to avoid going to the bathroom, skip eating to save time, which Young were returned with the even more craziness, not sleeping, not eating, and just studying. In the end, both our leads faint in the classroom, with the Jiwon fretting after Hanyul munches dismay. In the medical room, Van Hyul gains conscience. Jiwon asks her if she is right, which was to respond with the revise her flashcard and running off to take front seat of the intensive class. Back to the present, Jiwon and Hanyul avoid each other from the sheer awkwardness of their collective weeping event that previous night. Hanyul's mother, Wool seen trying to hold back her tears and apologize for her behavior. Minutes later, Hanyul, affectionate family, being too extra throw her a depression party to lift her spirit much to her dismay. Meanwhile, upon a meeting with his lawyers, Jiwon finds that the anthropologist Kang Ji-seok, who denied being a Christian, has agreed to become a witness for a next hearing. He and Kim Yoo-min discuss about his strange change of events. Later in the day, a known man breaks Jun's window apparently looking for something. Wilson instructs Hanul's brother Boda to take some blanket to Jun since his thing is too broke. Upon reaching the rooftop, Bada finds the window broken and the door open. Jiwon's spouse arrives at the same time. They call the police, who tell them they will stay in touch about the case. Hanul convinces Jiwon to stay at her house since neither has a friend, not acquaintance anymore, reiterating that he did nothing wrong. While having dinner with her family, he tells them about Hanul was in high school, leading to Wilson change the disease cap in front of him from broccoli to meat depending how favorable his answers are. Since her mother is being only caring, Hanul and Jiwon go out together for ice cream. While having ice cream, Hanul tells Jung-woon how she never had a fun upon his interrogating her about things that she enjoys. She cheerfully says that she wants to read dissertation all day, realizing that Hanul needs to experience other avenues of fun other than reading dissertation and observing about work. Jiwon would take her to the arcade and to take Takabuki. They play a bunch of games at arcade with Hanul having no-brainer fun for the first time. Back at the house, spending time together make them warm up to each other. The next day, Hanul comes to Jiwon frustrated. It's revealed that her professor had her enrolled as a contract employee without telling her to cut her sovereign pay. He kept running her contract annually. Later, she visits her colleague at the hospital. They reveal that they are also enrolled as a contract employee, but they want to feign ignorance to avoid provoking the professor. They also tell her not to come to the hospital because the professor won't too pleased if they saw they talking to her. Back at the rooftop, Jiwon compliment visit Hanul. He finally decided that he needs to thank her family and should get them fruit as an excuse to see her. While coming back, he overhears Bada and Hanul's mother talking about the court case and decides against his plans. Hanul sees him going back to the rooftop quietly. She follows him and finds him lost in thought. Junwon leaves for his room a few minutes later. Sensing that something wrong, Hanul goes back to home, find her mother mention the case. She puts two and two together and realizes that Chung has heard from family conversation about the court. She tried to send him a text but realized that they don't have each other's phone number. Meanwhile, Chung would receive a call from his lawyer stating that Kim Jong-sung has denied appearing as a witness and said it's close to the court session. It might harm the Jun's defense. Jun visits Dr. Jun's new workplace, but he told that he is resigned and possibly immigrating. He realized that it was a play to negatively affect his case. He later drinks by himself with the tears in his eyes. At the house, Hanul has an eager moment while watching the news about Jinwon case. She proceeds to look after dissertation after pulling an all-nighter, finds a dissertation that talk about a similar case in India. where the patient on who had been anticoagulated for a long time died due to excessive blood loss during surgery. She hurries to the court with his piece of evidence. At the court, Jun's case has further been weakened by the witness Visazo. The court orders to continue the hearing at another stage. At the same time, Haru entered with the new evidence. There is a hope in Honor and Jun face, but the judge asked the defense to submit the evaluation at the next hearing, settling their hope. Leaving the court and Jun former office room, where they go to treat Hanul's wound from the falling on the ground. Hanul offers to drink with the Jun to help him feel better, but he suggests to watch the sunrise near the beach. They reach beach to find overcast. They joke about the weather similarities with their life at the moment and decided to be friends, not former classmates. In a brief scene, we see Pen's hidden cameras all around Junwoo's office. The epilogue takes his back to medical room with the Hanul writing a short note for Jun while he's sleeping. She writes to take easy and suggests that they don't overextend themselves and take care. When he says she's on her way to give him the note, sees Jun's mother throwing a tantrum about inconveniencing her when Jun only fainted and didn't even come first place on a test. Similarly, Hinal's mother arrives and her concern makes her drop the note as they leave.